my process of making jelly cake. First put the powdered sugar in the pan, added the water, starting to make the base for the jelly, and then in the blender I added the milk and some xanthan gum and some guar gum for thickening the jelly because it thickens really, and then adding some vanilla essence. And then here we go, it's actually vanilla powder, not really essence, but then some milk powder, and then blend it pretty well. It's quite thick, so I added a little bit of the water to the blender, and here on the pan on the side we see the sugar water mixture is boiling. So now we're gonna add the agar-agar powder to create our beautiful jelly. Now you can use gelatin if you want, but I want it to be a plant-based jelly, so that's why I use this agar-agar. And once it's set, you're gonna see the jelly texture starting to form, and here the blender mixture is getting ready. So I'm gonna add this jelly to this mixture of that we have in the blender. Then I'm gonna blend a little bit more, and it's got to get thickened. And now this is the texture that I like. Now I put my first base for the cake. Now it's a heart shaped cake, so I put the circle, and then I try to make into the heart shape. Quite like a big deal to make this one without the mold, but anyhow I was able to make it. Now it's not that perfect, but I love the way it turns out at the end. It's not perfect. If you want the perfect heart shape, definitely go with the molds. Now I'm not using a mold over here, so it's not exactly the perfect that I thought it would be. It's kind of like a rough heart shape. Now again, in the saucepan I added some water, some sugar mixture, and added more jelly for our second layer of the jelly cake. Now this time I use more jelly powder because I want it to be more thicker. So now before I adding to the second layer, I'm gonna put some almond slices on the top of the first layer just to get a little bit nutty flavor. It's optional. Then I'm gonna put some fruits on the top. Since this is a fruit jelly cake, so I'm using a lot of the different types of the fruits here, and I prefer to use the different foods, and also the little bit orange shells to get the tangy flavor of the orange, kind of like the thing. And once we are done with that, now I'm gonna take my jelly mixture and pour it onto the fruits. Now I use a couple of the blueberries and some plums and some grapes and some persimmons, and here is the work.